Alright, Reddit, buckle up because this one's a doozy. I, 32M, recently lost my father, and it's been an incredibly difficult time for our family. Dealing with the grief and sadness has been overwhelming, to say the least. But just when I thought things couldn't get any more emotional, my sister, 28F, dropped a bombshell during the funeral service. Let me set the scene for you. We're all gathered at the funeral home, surrounded by friends and family, trying to come to terms with our loss. The atmosphere is heavy with sorrow, and emotions are running high. That's when my sister decides it's the perfect time to share her news. In the midst of our family's grief, she stands up and announces to everyone that she's pregnant. Yep, you heard that right. She chose to share her joyous news at our father's funeral. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for my sister and her husband. Becoming parents is a beautiful thing, and I would never want to diminish their excitement. But the timing of her announcement was completely inappropriate and tone-deaf. Our father's funeral should have been a time for us to come together as a family to mourn and celebrate his life. Instead, my sister's announcement overshadowed everything, leaving us all feeling hurt and bewildered. I tried to talk to my sister about how her actions affected me, but she brushed it off, saying that she wanted our father to know before he passed away. While I understand her sentiment, I can't help but feel like she prioritized her own happiness over our family's grieving process. Update 1. Hey everyone, I appreciate all the perspectives and support you've provided since I shared my story. It's been a tumultuous time, and I wanted to give you all an update on how things have been unfolding. After the funeral, tensions within our family remained high. My sister's announcement had left a lingering sense of discomfort and resentment among us, and it was clear that we needed to address the issue head-on. I decided to sit down with my sister to have a heart-to-heart conversation about her decision to announce her pregnancy at our father's funeral. I expressed to her how her actions had hurt me and the rest of our family, emphasizing that while we were happy for her, the timing was completely inappropriate. To my surprise, my sister broke down in tears. She explained that she had been overwhelmed with grief and hadn't been thinking clearly when she made the announcement. She apologized profusely for causing any additional pain and promised to be more considerate of our feelings in the future. As we talked, it became evident that my sister was also struggling with her own emotions surrounding our father's passing. She confessed that she had been grappling with feelings of guilt and regret, and the pregnancy announcement was her way of coping with her grief. While her actions were still hurtful, I realized that my sister was also navigating her own complex emotions during this difficult time. We hugged it out, and I could sense a genuine desire on her part to mend the rift between us. Moving forward, my sister and I have agreed to communicate more openly and support each other through our grief. She has also promised to involve the rest of the family in any major decisions moving forward, recognizing the importance of considering everyone's feelings. As for the pregnancy, it's still a source of joy for our family, albeit tinged with bittersweetness due to the circumstances. We're all eagerly awaiting the arrival of the newest member of our family and are determined to celebrate this new life while honoring the memory of our father. Update 2. Hey everyone, I'm back with another update, and let me tell you, things have taken an unexpected turn. Just when I thought tensions couldn't escalate any further, my sister decided to take her announcement to social media. She posted a photo of herself standing next to our father's casket, gently cradling her baby bump. The caption read, "Sharing this special moment with Dad. He may be gone, but his legacy lives on. Baby Smith coming soon." As you can imagine, the response was explosive. Friends, family members, and even distant acquaintances flooded the comments section with shock, anger, and disbelief. They accused my sister of exploiting our father's funeral for her own personal gain and disrespecting his memory. I was beyond furious. Not only had my sister disregarded our previous conversation about sensitivity and appropriateness, but she had also chosen to broadcast her announcement to the world in the most callous and insensitive manner possible. I immediately reached out to my sister, demanding an explanation for her actions. At first, she was defensive, insisting that she was merely honoring our father's memory and sharing her joy with her online community. But as the backlash intensified, she eventually relented and deleted the post. In private, my sister apologized profusely, admitting that she had acted impulsively and without considering the feelings of others. She expressed regret for the hurt she had caused and promised to be more mindful in the future. However, the damage had been done. The trust that had begun to rebuild between us was shattered once again, and I couldn't help but feel a profound sense of betrayal. Moving forward, my sister and I have a long road ahead of us if we ever hope to repair our relationship. While I understand that grief can manifest in strange ways, her actions have left a lasting impact on our family, one that won't be easily forgotten. As for the pregnancy, it's now a source of joy for our family, albeit tinged with bittersweetness due to the circumstances. We're all eagerly awaiting the arrival of the newest member of our family and are determined to celebrate this new life while honoring the memory of our father. Update 3. I'm back with an update that's left me reeling, and I'm not sure how to process it all. After the fallout from her social media post, I hoped my sister would come to her senses and understand the hurt she caused. But instead of remorse, she doubled down on her stance. She insisted that she had every right to share her joy at our father's funeral and accused us of being too sensitive. What's worse, she seemed completely unfazed by the backlash from our friends and family. Instead of acknowledging their valid concerns, she dismissed them as overreactions and continued to defend her actions. But here's where things take a truly heartbreaking turn. My sister has now taken the drastic step of blocking me, along with the rest of our family, on all social media platforms and messaging apps. It's like she's cutting us out of her life entirely, as if we're the ones who wronged her. I've tried reaching out to her multiple times, hoping to talk things through and find some common ground, but she's refused to engage. It's like she's shutting us out completely, unwilling to acknowledge the hurt and pain she's caused. To say that I'm disappointed and hurt would be an understatement. I never imagined that our family would be torn apart like this, especially during such a vulnerable time. As for the pregnancy, it's now shrouded in even more sadness and bitterness. While I want to be happy for my sister and her growing family, it's hard to separate the joy of new life from the turmoil and discord that now surround us. I'm not sure where we'll go from here or if our relationship with my sister will ever be the same again. All I know is that I'll continue to hold out hope for reconciliation, no matter how slim the chances may seem. Once again, thank you all for your support and understanding during this tumultuous journey. It's been a rough ride, but I'm grateful to have had you all by my side. Final update. Well, Reddit, it's been a while since my last update, and unfortunately, things have only gone downhill from there. My sister's obstinacy and refusal to acknowledge the hurt she caused have only intensified over time. Despite numerous attempts to reach out and reconcile, she remains steadfast in her belief that she did nothing wrong. In a surprising turn of events, my sister decided to cut off all contact with our family and moved away with her boyfriend. We haven't heard from her in months, and to be honest, I've reached a point where I don't care anymore. Her actions have left a gaping hole in our family, one that may never be filled. While I still wish her the best and hope that she finds happiness, I can't help but feel a sense of relief knowing that I no longer have to endure the emotional turmoil of trying to mend our broken relationship. As for the pregnancy, it's no longer a source of joy for me. Instead, it serves as a painful reminder of the rift that now exists between my sister and me. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but I've come to accept that some wounds may never fully heal. Once again, I want to express my gratitude to all of you who have followed along with this saga and offered your support and encouragement. It's been a challenging journey, but your kindness has meant the world to me. I told my stepdaughter that my real daughter will always come first. Am I wrong? I'm feeling really awful about this one, so here goes. My ex-wife, F37, and I, M38, share custody of our daughter, Hallie, F15. My ex and I started dating when we were 18 and she fell pregnant when she was 21, which was a surprise that we weren't really ready for. I think our inexperience and being young parents put a strain on the relationship and we divorced when Hallie was 4. 8 years ago, I met my new wife, F37, Dana. Dana has a daughter from a previous marriage, Jen, F16. I've been in Jen's life since she was 8 and as her biological dad isn't the most involved, I'm assumed a paternal relationship with her and we get along great. About 2 months ago, I said I'd take Jen to a concert she really wanted to go and see. She was super excited, and I know it was a band she'd wanted to see for a long time. However, last week, I received a text from Hallie that she was performing in a dance competition and that she'd saved me a ticket. At this point, I realized it clashed with Jen's concert. I didn't know what to do as I'd already made a commitment to Jen, but after some thinking, I realized I had to go to Hallie's show. When me and my ex divorced, I always said that regardless of any new relationships, Hallie would be my #1 priority. I explained the situation to Jen, and she was really upset. I told her I'd arranged for Jen's uncle to go with her instead, and she said it wasn't the same and she wanted to go with me, especially as I'd made a commitment to her first. I told her I'm sorry and although I love her, Hallie will always have to come first for me. I said I'd make it up to her and we could do something another time. Jen refused to talk to me and has barely come out of her room since. My wife was livid, saying while she understands that my daughter is important, I'd let Jen down and she should be just as important given I've lived with her for 8 years. She's now sleeping in another room and has done so for the past 2 nights. I feel awful about the whole situation, but my daughter is and always will be my priority, and I didn't want to miss seeing her perform. Ida?